So welcome back to part 2 of the Alone Again remake. We're going to be checking the chorus today and seeing how close we can get on that one. And if you missed the first part,
it is hard, but I'll be better now you're gone. I will dry my tears under the neon lights. You can find me here, I'm gonna stay all night.
So I'm jumping straight into the main element on this chorus, which is the bass. To start things off, we've got this preset here called Crispy and Slappy, which was pretty much identical to the bass in this song, so it doesn't really need that much more stuff on it. But it's got that perfect kind of distorted character, which we really wanted for this sound. And here, as you can see, we've got the MIDI, which I believe is being snapped here. It's being snapped on the 6th beat again, so everything kind of follows that same grid snap mode. And so here's the first bass sound on its own. The next preset is called Effeminator, and this does exactly what it says. It just adds a lot of those FM harmonics, which is kind of a fundamental part of this sound as well. It's just very much got those FM kind of harmonics sitting underneath the bass. We've then got this preset called Brasileiro, and it's adding a lot more texture, kind of grit to the whole sound. I then wanted to add a little bit of width to the sound to kind of fill out the sides a little bit on the bass. So what I've done is I've added this preset called Going. So the final layer on this bass is called Often, and this just again adds a lot more kind of character and punchiness to the whole bass sound. So on the processing for this sound, what I've got is some monomaker keeping everything below 100 Hz just in the center. And then we've got some boost on the stereo width as well. This is then going into a CLA compressor and kind of being squashed quite heavily. And then for this song, I'm using the classic sidechain preset in Kickstart, but it's just being mixed in on the master mix level here at about 80%, I believe. So it's not fully ducking, but it gives you a little bit of transient, which kind of pokes through in the mix a bit. So the next element you can hear in this song is this like ARP roll kind of sound, which plays on top of the bass. So this is the MIDI I've got for it, and again, it's just being played in that 6th beat. And then the preset's called I Have, and it's a pluck preset. And then we've also got some pitch automation here, so it climbs up a little bit in the pitch, as you can hear in the song. Next up, we're adding in some drums. We're going to start with the kick, which is from Car Music Vol.1, and I've gone for kick number 8, which has got a nice punch to it and a bit of click as well to kind of cut through in the top end. So this is how it sounds. We're then introducing this clap on the second kind of section here, and this is also from the same pack. The only thing I've changed here is just faded this out so you haven't got such a long release on the sound. And then we've got a really subtle one-shot percussion hit here, which is kind of like a low tom sound, which is being muffled a bit. And this is perfect for this fill. And then we've got a really simple open hi-hat, which comes in on the second half of these drops. I haven't added any closed ones or any loops or anything. It was just a simple one shot just being sat on top of the kick and clap. And then honestly, the bus is super simple on the processing for this. I've not done anything crazy. I've just literally put a CLA compressor, doing a maximum of 3 dB reduction, so it's kind of just gluing everything a little bit. So now we have quite an important element, which is this lead slash brassy kind of sound, which comes in on the second half of the drops. And the first preset I'm using to do this sound is called Home. And this is like a brassy pluck sound. And if you'd like to copy the MIDI for it, here it is. We've then got this preset called Monster, which is usually a bass sound, but I've tweaked it in a way that it kind of has a bit of a brassy quality to it. So here you can see we've got the envelope kind of being shaped a bit, so you've got that slow attack. And so with the two sounds together, we've got this. And then in the mix, processing, again, really simple. There's always so much more stuff you can add to these sounds, but for the sake of this, it's kind of doing the right thing. We've just got some reverb, low cutting everything we don't want, below 600 Hz. a light-ish amount of wet, not too crazily heavy, and then the classic chain again, but the same sort of 80% mix amount. So then now it's just a case of tying everything in the drop together. So we're reintroducing this impact, which just adds again a massive burst of energy from the start. And then interestingly on this song, what they've done is just chopped a noise exhaust just on that first beat. It gives you that instant burst of energy and just doesn't take any room in the song after that, which is cool. But that sums up the entire production for the verse, builds, and the drops. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and found the video informative. Let me know down below by liking the video if you did. Drop a comment as well what you want to see in the next videos. But thank you very much for watching. Let's go and take a listen back now to the whole thing all together.
Back, I knew I was. I feel so lost. It is hard, but I'll be better now you're gone. I will